But what do you do when you notice that you could go down several paths and you don't quite know which question to ask or which one to focus on because so many things have come up that are all related to the symptom and might be the core issue or related to the core issue. And the most important thing, I think, and an important principle of conversational hypnotherapy is that there isn't one right question. And this is really essential because by trying to get to the right question or ask the right question, you are putting a lot of pressure on yourself to perform, to to get to the results in a certain way. And when you're putting pressure on yourself, you are not actually focusing on what really matters, the client in front of you. And even for moments, if you're not actually there, focusing on them and being 100% present for the client and with the client, and you will be more likely to just create scenarios, create something in your mind or make certain conclusions. But we want to come back to the client and instead of assuming anything and instead of trying to lead them in a certain direction, what we want is to stay curious. So what we want is to have this, to some extent, the beginner's mindset. Yes, this sort of I want to understand what is going on in my client's mind rather than assume that they presented this issue or they said this, therefore it might be that. Instead of guessing, which could or could not be right, you want to always stay curious and ask questions. Any question is better than trying to guess something. So, whereas with practice, you might actually find that intuitively you find the questions that lead them to a transformation faster. But of course, what is intuition is kind of overlearned skills, right? So basically, yes, but even then, one thing that you want to avoid is assuming things. So even there, you want to stay open to possibilities and be there without assumptions and ask a question. And if it's not the right road, then it will lead you to another road. So when you ask a question and they don't really say anything, or you feel that it doesn't lead to unconscious moments, then you can go back to, and by the way, you said something, or they might actually introduce something else, and then that leads you down a path that helps solve these issues and these mental problems that have been created for the client.